Hi, my name is Trevor,
And I'm Nick.
and this is Shots and Thoughts. What's up, fellow philosophers? I believe this is episode 8. How was that? How was that, by the way, Nick?
This is so good that I'm so excited to do the next one.
You're so excited for 5 minutes from now when we take another shot, because that's what this show is for you people who haven't watched it. We drink, we take 6 shots in one show. A show is supposed to be like 35 minutes or 30, but it always ends up going to like 40 to 45. I believe this is episode 8.
Episode 8. Coming along to the end here, our 10 episode season, which we have loosely stuck to a schedule for. But after the 10th episode, we will be coming back with a more refined show, hopefully more clean edits, better quality equipment, and enthusiasm, some more refined enthusiasm, a new passion for life.
We'll have new passions. We won't be drinking for sadness like we do in all these episodes. We'll be drinking for pleasure and happiness. And I feel like after that 10th episode, we're going to save up, get some more gear. We might have some stuff coming in the meantime. Like in the off season, we're thinking like 3 months maybe of no shots and thoughts.
Yeah, just a time to like detox from the regularity of drinking on this show.
Hot thoughts. If you see the last episode, that's kind of something that we're experimenting with, something, a little bit spicy.
Mm-hmm. And we're also talking about non-podcast related projects such as like short films and sketch comedy and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens from that.
So if you think that's a good idea, all of our watchers and listeners out there, let us know.
There's that one guy that commented on our photo, or our video. I've seen one comment on our stuff.
Well, Kyle's commented. He commented on the 14-inch.
It wasn't Kyle. It was the guy that said that he could beat us up.
Oh yeah, we got the random comment. I think what was that, episode 3 or 4? It was one of the earlier ones.
Yeah.
And all the guy commented was, I think it was like, "Lol, I could whoop both of your asses
in a fight" or something like that. And I saw it because I was looking at the channel and I saw the notification and I like looked at it and you had already replied, and I was like, quality stuff, man. I was like, nice, man.
Here, let me try to pull it up.
He's definitely like one of our more dedicated viewers. He commented. He literally took the time out of his day and subtracted moments from his life that he could spend doing positive things just because he liked our content so much.
Yeah.
Like he invested in us.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it up. Maybe it was... Oh, yeah, it was the one with Dawn, I think. Right?
Maybe.
No,
I thought it was just the two of us in it.
Yeah, it might have just been the two of us. But all we know is this guy... Oh, this one. Oh, dude, this one has a lot of comments. I didn't even know it does. This one says... Some guy, actually, when we were talking about tequila, how we were saying how...
I remember that one. I saw that too.
This guy actually said agave is a replacement for honey in coffee shops, so major sugar should be present. Which is kind of cool. Thanks, guy.
Thanks for the information.
Grayson. And then another person said, funny stuff, man, keep it up. Nick, wow, funny stuff, man, keep it up? I don't even get that from my dad.
Your dad should not be...
He should tell me to keep it up.
Maybe he should be giving you, like, penile support, like from a distance, a safe distance.
I've been told to keep it up before. Have you ever had that problem, Nick, keeping it up? Have you ever, like...
Bridget's
shaking her head. Bridget is Nick's mate.
My lover.
Mate. The coitus achiever. Anywho, so summertime is coming on.
Summertime.
And, everybody's trying to get the ripped bod. Well, not everybody, but, there's the whole, the same group of people who talk about going to Coachella are the same group of people who talk about getting the summer bod. Am I right?
I don't know anyone that talks about going to Coachella. I've mentioned Coachella like 3 times to people, and they didn't know what it was.
Like, let's name off some... Oh, wait, should I... I won't name off last names, but you'll get the drift. Like,
That's,
Chanel... yeah.
Okay. I know who that was.
Okay, you know who that one is. Okay, like those types of girls. Like, they're going to talk about a summer bod. Hey, guys, shot number 2. What are we cheersing to, Nicholas?
Today is a very precious toast to the one and only Elon Musk.
Wow.
He made a flamethrower a long time ago. I remember it was a while ago.
You can still buy it.
Still cool.
Elon Musk is the man, and we're cheersing to him because, you know, the guy is just a god. He sent a car to outer space. And you know why?
Because he could.
Because why the fuck not? You know,
His
I think
attitude
he's
is
a legend.
I mean, I could do that.
I personally have Tesla stocks. I am a huge supporter of the guy, and that's why we're cheersing to him. I'll have a car of yours one day.
I read a thing, and it said that
give me one for free.
Their numbers, their profit numbers or whatever, might be fudged a little bit.
Yeah, they're not doing great.
Yeah.
But it's their idea that keeps them alive.
It's the concept of Tesla.
Yeah. All right, cheers. Yeah, I love Elon Musk. What was that whole shenanigans about something he said at his wedding? Did you guys hear about that?
I didn't, no.
I may have this all wrong, and it could be someone else, but I think Elon Musk said something in while getting married. Could you, Bridget? Could you take a look at that for me? Could you look up? Yeah, could you look up some Elon Musk wedding, like something he said to his wife? So I'll go into it. Like I think he said something like I have more power than you, or something, like something kind of insinuating that. Okay. And she apparently was very, very shocked by his attitude and the things he says. And like the H3 podcast, Ethan said something pretty funny where he was like, if you're marrying a guy like Elon Musk, like, you know you're getting yourself into someone who has a lot of power. Yeah. Like, the guy, he thrives in it. That's what his job is. Like,
I'm the alpha in this relationship.
Oh, yeah, that's what he said.
I am the alpha in this relationship.
He said, I am the alpha in this relationship. I think as they were getting married?
Yeah.
Like, part of his vows?
While they danced at their wedding.
While they danced? While they fucking danced?
Like, slow dancing with someone and just, like, whisper, Deborah, I am the alpha. And then, like, what do you expect her to say back to that? Like, during your romantic dance?
And you
your
are my
first dance
servant.
as a couple?
I know, right?
They're like, what do you... Yes, you are. Like, is that what you're looking for?
I know, right? And, like, and you are my servant, and I am your alpha. Like,
I am the beta.
That's intense. I wonder if it was, like, a shocker. Like, I wonder if he never said anything like that until he locked it down and was like, I am now superior of you.
What does he get from that?
I don't agree with what he said. Obviously, I'm not saying that. But is it kind of savage?
Well, okay,
yeah.
But here's...
I don't agree with what he said.
He said, I am the alpha, right?
Yeah.
So, do you think that every relationship has someone who is more dominant?
Yes.
So, like, do you
Maybe
think that
he
him
was
saying that,
that,
hey, I'm the dominant one in the relationship, or do you think that he was just saying, hey, I have more power than you, so just be aware? Like, if he was, like, almost, like, just, like,
okay,
letting her know what he could do?
Okay.
Like, with, his resources, I guess?
No matter...
Or do you think that he was just trying to, like, make something clear? I don't... It's a poor way of phrasing it.
Either way. Well, either way, no matter what he meant, it was probably not the best thing for him to say.
Probably not. Yeah.
It's not the most... Especially, like, you know, she is having the best day of her life. I'm getting married to this guy I love. And then he's just like, by the way, you're a piece of shit. Like, by the way, I'm better than you, and I'm higher in the food chain. You know? That's fucked up.
Deal with it.
Deal with it. And I'll send cars to the fucking moon while you sit at home and clean my cup that I
Only
ate.
My socks.
No, my glass cup that has crusted milk in the bottom, and like half the Oreo broke in it, and so it's stuck in the bottom of the cup and hardened up. And so while I'm sending cars to outer space, you're sitting at home cleaning that crusty Oreo out of the bottom of my cup.
This is a cup that Trevor has actually found.
Yeah.
There's no way that he described that without not
no,
not
when
knowing.
I eat Oreos, I always drop an Oreo in very first, and I let it sink to the bottom, so that at the end I can look like a disgusting fat slob, like trying to slurp this
Slurping down
last
like this
Oreo.
soggy like Oreo.
Yeah, and it drops in my mouth like just like a wet turd, you know? But it's just good. It tastes so good. It looks gross, and your teeth get all black and gross looking, but like, it's so good. So that is a personal experience, but I bet you that's what Elon's saying, you know?
That's what he's telling
Yeah,
her.
he's like, like, you know.
Just be prepared. Just be ready.
Be ready for my cup. Anyway, okay. Back into beach pod summer, okay? That's what I was going into.
Beach body.
And I started thinking about when I started lifting with you a little bit in my garage.
Yeah.
Right?
Remember that.
And I was like, Nick, you got to get swole, right? And we were working out, and we were just talking about getting swole. But every time we worked out, we had 50 Shades of Grey in my garage, like the book. And you would read it while I was doing my reps. What was that? Like, why? That was good. It was a good time.
We spent a lot of time in there, and I think that after spending so much time in there, just, at first I was, like, super enthusiastic, and, like, when I was reading it, I was still enthusiastic about the whole thing. But it was, like, something that I hadn't, like, done before was mess with you while you were working out, and I thought it would be kind of funny to see what, like, if you could, like, actually get a rep in while I was reading, like, some really sensual lines, some really sweet, sensual talk about, Mr. Gray, whatever his name is.
What is that his name? Actually,
his last name is Gray. I don't know.
Is that why it's called 50 Shades of Grey? I've never read the book or watched the movies.
Christian Grey.
Christian Grey.
Yeah.
All I've heard about the book is, like, some people say it's, like, demeaning to women, but then other people say it's, like, so hot. Like, is it hot or is it demeaning to women?
I don't know if I read something that was misquoted or if I read a quote that was correct, but I read something in there and it said, like, 50 Shades of Grey was, like, filled with, like, typos, and they said, like, there was a part in there where, like, he said he licked his eyebrow, and I was like, that's not really... Imagine, like, someone's tongue slithering up their face.
You know they wrote, where it was wrote on Reddit?
I thought it was on Tumblr.
Or something like that. Like, it was written on, like, a social media platform, and they just published it.
Damn.
So it was, like,
That's how you do it.
Some dude was, like, sitting there, like, 50 years old, sitting there just cranking it at his fucking desk and wrote it. Anyways, okay, shot number 3.
Dirty old women reading those books.
The dirty old women getting a rise.
What are we toasting to, Trevor?
We are toasting...
Oh, wait, did you do the last one?
No, you did.
Elon Musk.
You did Elon Musk.
We didn't toast on the first one. This is what happens during the show.
Yeah, this is a
why
third shot?
we do this.
This is third shot, okay. No, we just did it on the very beginning.
That's
but
what,
we don't. Yeah, okay. Cheers to... let's go ahead and cheers to... thick boys, dude. Calzones.
The meatiest of the boys?
Yeah. The meatiest.
I tell you what. There's some thick boys in this neighborhood.
I'm a thick boy.
There's a huge kids sale.
Wait, what are you gonna say?
Huge kids sale.
Huge.
You remember that? There's a sign outside of our store.
Let's cheers.
Cheers
okay.
to huge kids
Huge
sales.
kids. Hold on. Huge kid sales. Okay. So, sorry, I spilled my drink. So, we were driving by Walmart in Yelm, and we got stopped at the red light. And I look over at a sign, and it says, huge kids sale at Walmart. So it's like, obviously, it's a sale for kids of stuff. But it says huge kids sale with no, like no comma. Or would a comma change the meaning there?
I think it just needs more clarity, man.
More clarity.
Words.
It just says huge kids sale. And so I said, haha, they're selling huge kids. And then Bridget replies, I was going to say something, but when someone says, "Oh, I was gonna say something, but it was kind of mean," and then you're like, "Okay, now you have to tell me." Like okay,
now
you shouldn't have told me that in the first place. So she pulled that maneuver, and she was like, "That's where your dad bought you," and I was like, Okay.
Funny dude.
Yeah, that was a good one, but really, I'm gonna cry. No, it was a good joke. I was pretty huge at one point in time, and I'm a thick boy.
There's
I got a
nothing
touch.
wrong with having just the thick jeans.
Having the thick jeans, you know.
Yeah.
There's nothing terrible. I mean, it's like a little bit more cushion on the bun, you know. But finding pants is the worst.
But you get all the warmth in the world.
Yeah. No, cause like.
Not for you, maybe.
Yeah.
But
not
for like
me.
whoever's cuddling you.
Yeah.
Surface area is warmth.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
Say what you will.
More body heat coming off.
Yeah.
Speaking of clothes size and not being able to fit into my pants because my ass is so fat, let's get into the would you rather. We're halfway through here. Would you rather. So we like to have a little would you rather. We've been starting doing this segment where like I'm going to ask Nick a would you rather, and hopefully it leads down a good like a mini wormhole, you know? And so let's go ahead and ding this bell.
All right, ding it.
We don't have a bell. One day we will, but
It's real. Shh.
it's real. All right, ready? And okay. So, would you rather your shirts always be 2 sizes too big, or one size too small? That sucks, dude. And I think it varies on what your body type is.
Yeah. Oh man, 2 sizes too big. I think I would rather have my. Is it only shirts?
Shirts.
Only shirts.
Shirts.
So pants are fine. Hoodies are fine. Or do they count? Like
okay,
any
don't
top?
try to find. Yeah, I would think any top because
Any
you
top.
can't just cover it up all the time.
Gotcha. Okay, I would go for the sizes too big. Yeah.
Same here.
Because I have some oversized sweaters and stuff like that, and like that's literally their purpose is to look too big. So I mean, like, I'll just get some clothes that are too big. Maybe that's my whole wardrobe now, but like, whatever, man. It's better than like looking like I'm stuffing myself in a can of tuna. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
See, for me, it's kind of difficult because I'm like, 2 sizes too big would definitely make me look fatter. I feel like it would. If I was wearing 2 sizes
like you're, like,
big, I'm like covering stuff up.
I got you.
But then a size too small would look like I'm this guy who's showing off some muscles in the arms, but then you get to his little love pudge at the bottom of his belly, and it's like, what's he trying to show off here? Like, I just look like like my mom still buys my shirts, you know? Like, if I wore a shirt size too small, I think I would have to then wear childish shirts. Like, what are some shirts that, like, you wore as a kid? Like, you always see kids or young teenagers wearing.
You see a lot of, like, they like graphic tees and stuff like that. T-shirts that have, like, they're not just, like, plain. They have, like, giant phoenixes on them. And And, like, the material isn't just, like, cotton. It's, like rubber for some reason. And it's, like, thick and, like, gross.
Yeah. Oh, I have a
Why?
perfect example.
Don't wear that.
I have a Devil Wears Prada T-shirt that
you could
Kelly
feel it
got
on
me.
like the inside, and it just
it's like plastic, and then the rest of the shirt's like a shirt.
Yeah.
But no, like they would wear those shirts or wear like a South Park shirt or something like that. Like I used to have the shirt that had Cartman on the front, and it said "Respect the Authority," you know, and I thought I was so badass. It's in one of I think I have that yearbook still, where that photo is in there, but. Yeah, I'd be, you'd have to be one of those guys. If I wore a shirt too small, I'd have to wear childish shirts, you know?
Yeah.
Like Gap.
I shop at the Gap.
You still shop at the Gap?
I don't shop at the Gap. I was doing a thing, but maybe my voice didn't change.
Oh, I was like, I thought you were really.
I haven't shopped at the Gap in like, I don't think I've ever been to the Gap, actually. Sorry.
Remember in school when they were like, oh, you're wearing Gap, that's gay and proud. What are you gay?
I do remember that.
That was so annoying. All right, anyway, because I had a Gap shirt. Right.
Kids are silly. Kids are really silly.
What are we choosing to, Nick?
Today, we're gonna have a toast to the only thing. Sorry, I'm trying to rest.
You just poured alcohol on my phone.
to the only thing that keeps me sane. Putting my feet in a fresh pair of socks.
Ooh. If I could, man, I'd like to change my socks like 3 times a day.
Dude,
It's so nice.
there's something about putting on a sock.
Especially if it's like cold in the morning. Especially if it's like cold in the morning.
We gotta do this.
And you put on a warm sock from the dryer. Oh. It's the little life. It's the little life luxuries, you know? Sorry, guys, this isn't going down really
Dude, I
easy.
stopped your phone, dude.
Yeah, my phone is soaked. Nick poured his shot on my phone.
Yeah, only part of it.
Okay, sorry
You
for
know
that.
what's a gross word?
Great audio. What?
Sopping.
Sopping?
Yeah. Me and my roommate talked about this during the school year. I brought up the word sopping or something like that, and we were just talking about how great the word sopping is. And like when you hear like someone say, "I'm sopping wet,"
I'm sopping wet. Okay, so like
think just like the word without the ing. Just he sopped me.
it depends on
I've been sopping.
it depends on who says it for it to be either really good or really bad. Like if a very attractive girl were to say she was sopping wet, right?
I would laugh. And there's no one
Yeah,
that
I would laugh. I would laugh.
because
I
your
would
grandpa
laugh.
says you're sopping wet.
Oh
Your
yeah.
grandma would be
yeah.
like, "Get in here, you're sopping wet."
But what
Get
if
in
like
from the rain."
what if like a girl like saw a really chiseled dude and he's all sweaty and they're like, "Oh, he's so sopping wet."
Sopping
Is that good? But then
I
if it's
think
like but then if
that
it's like
is
some
not good.
but then if it's like this nerdy dude sitting on a computer like the South Park World of Warcraft guy and his stomach's all up and he's like his arms are all sprawled out, he would be like, if he said he's sopping wet, you'd be like, "Oh,
Ew.
you could have used something other than sopping and definitely not moist," you know?
It's so damp right now.
I'm so damp. Damp is like kind of the middle of the road. Like, that's fine.
Another battery?
Did the camera die?
It's going to.
Okay.
Camera might die. Sorry about that, folks.
I guess either we change qualities in the middle of the episode, or we end this one early and just do a double shot real quick. Just do 2 back to back.
Shit. Well, let's talk about 4th of July. Let's do double shot,
Is
guys.
it flashing? What's going on? It's gonna be fast.
It's gonna be fast. Shit. Well, let's take double shot, guys. We're gonna take double shots. We're sorry we didn't come prepared with batteries for the camera.
I charged it.
Yeah, that didn't last long. Shit,
it didn't.
man.
It didn't last long. I think it's because it's such a long download.
I hope there's still audio. But let's get
The
on.
audio's still going.
Okay. Well, let's get on with this. So 4th of July, guys. We're gonna do a.
You're
we're gonna
do
have.
2 first.
Oh, I'm doing
So that
2
way you
first.
have 2.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about some. How about you take it off, Nick? Take it. I need to take 2 shots here.
I got you.
Thanks.
I'm going to tell you a story until Trevor is done taking his shots. So, once upon a time, there was a little guy, and the little guy would, like, run around the forest and shit, and he would explore all sorts of things, and he would, like, dig around in trees and stuff, and he would find berries. And one day, he found a hole that had a lot of berries in it, and he was like, holy shit, there's a lot of fucking berries in this bush. So, he picked them, you know? Like, what else do you do when you find berries in a bush? So, he brings the berries back to his house, and his father says, "Oh my God, you brought dinner home. I couldn't supply for the family today." And honestly, we might have died. See, this is back in the really, really origin days of the Middle Age when people didn't understand like subtlety, so people would explain everything they were gonna do just for clarification of the timeline. You understand? So people would be like, "Yo, I was gonna come home today and I was gonna abandon you guys because I honestly didn't know if I could supply for you guys anymore." And that's just the sad truth of the Middle Ages that we live in. So the little kid says, "Oh, I see." And he takes the berries and he leaves. The father had left and he comes back into the room and he sees that the kid is empty and the berries are gone. So the father says, "Excellent. I don't have to get rid of the kids myself. And I have my stash of berry bushes that I hid far in the forest." So he runs to the forest and he finds the berries had been picked by his son. Nobody saw that coming, right?
Is that the end of the story?
Yet.
Wow.
He got fucked over by his kid who was trying to help him, but he was going to fuck his kid over with the stuff that his kid helped him with. So I don't know.
Wow. Okay. Thanks,
I was
Nick.
scrambling.
Thanks, Nick. No, it was good. Thanks, Nick. I just took my 2 shots. Now it's time for Nick to take his 2 shots. Sorry, we're ending this quick, guys. Battery's going to die, and we want to make sure we give the full experience to the audio listeners. So, real quick, on the 4th of July, we're going to try to do something. It'll probably come out a couple days after the 4th, but we're going to probably record like a vlog of some sort or of us getting fucked up on the beach, and it's going to be a good time, and make sure you watch it. Follow me on Instagram, which is Trevor_music_podcast, or is it vice versa? Trevor_podcast_music. Either way, just look for me, Trevor Mohan. Look for Nick. It's Nick Polito_LPB. He has some cool stuff on there, talking about some wet talks and good rocks and stuff. A lot of good photography. And make sure you leave us a like and a subscribe. And let's have Nick take it off with some life advice.
Listen here. Got a bit of life advice for ya. I just took some shots. The only thing I could say to you that makes what I'm doing right is go home. There's no love for you here.
I'm sorry I'm broken.
It's okay. I don't really know where I was going with that. The truth is, my life advice is just stuff that, like, I say. I don't know if it's going to help you. It's not. But, you know, if you want to take life advice from a guy who's making a podcast about taking shots, it would be, just have fun, make something, have fun while you're doing it. That's the point. Cool beans.
Thanks, guys.